is it going, y'all? Seriously, let me know down in the comments. I'm just kicking it. The world has been crazy, and yesterday it seemed like all of my close friends were hitting me up like, can you believe it? Can you believe this crazy nonsense that's going on? And I'm just like, I mean, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like, yeah. But I have scoured the internet since having access to it for, you know, crazy truths, just things that are out there to just blow your mind, like clips that people share, news articles that people share. And I like to look into these things to see what the validity of them is. Obviously, I don't want to get XWCYZ whatever news a chance to just completely change my viewpoints on anything or whatever, but more so just ridiculous stuff. And I just recently saw a video come across my feed on YouTube, and it said, man missing for nearly 30 years solves his own cold case. And I thought, just what kind of circumstance went down that even brought this about? So I went ahead and I pulled this video up on YouTube, and yeah, I figured why not share it with you guys, and let's check this out. So again, this is man missing for nearly 30 years solves his own cold case. I see a Canadian flag here in the thumbnail, so this is obviously happening in Canada. So let's check this out in 1, 2.
A big break in a cold case from almost 3 decades ago. 21-year-old Edgar LaTulip disappeared in 1986. He was last seen in Kitchener and had been living in a rooming house. Today, police confirm they found him. CTV's Allison Tanner has been following this for us. Allison, where has he been all this time?
Nancy, police say he's in St. Catharines and doing well, and it was Edgar LaTulip himself that solved the case. This is a missing persons poster circulated 30 years ago when 21-year-old Edgar LaTulip disappeared. The report notes a developmental delay.
It was believed he probably got onto a bus and may have traveled to the Niagara Falls area.
Even though police got information right away where he went, they could not find him.
Years later, it was in 1993, I believe, where we got some information that he may have been spotted in Hamilton.
Once again, he vanished until January of this year, when he told a social worker in St. Catharines he remembered his name.
What had occurred was a head injury shortly after arriving in St. Catharines a number of years ago. And so effectively, he forgot who he was.
Police say on Friday a DNA test confirmed he is Edgar LaTulip.
It's the only case I know of where we've ever been able to find someone that's been missing for this period of time.
Police say the news that LaTulip has been found and is safe is still very fresh for the family, and they have yet to be reunited with him.
We like to think of, the happy reunion, but in the reality, all reunions aren't always happy.
Lucia Dion runs the Ontario Missing Adults website and supports families.
The cases where a person has been gone for decades and decades, it is quite rare to find them.
She posted LaTulip had been found on her Facebook page, and people wrote comments like "Amen" and blessings for the family.
I did speak with one of the family members yesterday and today, and so they're obviously very happy about it, and they're making plans to get together with Edgar and speak with him further.
LaTulip's mother, Sylvia, just called me back and says she's absolutely overwhelmed. She hasn't spoken with LaTulip yet. Nancy.
What an emotional day for her. Thanks very much, Allison.
Whoa. Whoa. Could you imagine, dude? That's 30 years. I love my people, and I would never stop searching for one of my people if something happened. But to fathom where you would be at mentally with losing somebody close after they've been gone for 30 years. I mean, bets are pretty much off at that point that you're ever going to see this person again. They're dead. They're assumed dead, right? Or at least you would think, you know. But holding out hope, and, you know, in times like, it's easy to say, oh man, I would be this or that, but then life delivers something to you like that. And I mean, holy shit, after 30 years, this man finds himself because he somehow starts to remember some stuff and had a head injury, and that was what was going on the entire time. What a nightmare. Now, luckily, now this was like 2016, I think. So think about, yeah, this is 2015. So think about how long the internet had been huge that this was going on. I mean, by 2005, you know, social media was kicking off, and it would be pretty easy to get in contact with people. So he had to have just lost it all and just could not remember shit for like 30 years. And then all of a sudden stuff starts coming together. How crazy. Just imagine like having a memory for 30 years and then everything that you did during that point in time just fucking changes because you remember some shit from your previous life. So like, he started remembering shit not like 3 or 4 months after an accident, but 30 years worth of fresh, clean slate experience. And then this shit from a former life started coming into his mind, you know? Wow. So for the family and for this guy, like, wow. You know, it's just insane. It's insane. And it's a lot to think about. You know, I'm sure there's some people that could be critical of the situation and be like, was he just, I'm out, like I'm done with these people, I'm not trying to fuck with these people anymore, and fake the whole thing, or was this legit? But I don't know, man. I'd take the guy's word for it. In my opinion, if he dropped out for, you know, 30 years, and then there was obvious signs that he had a head injury, yeah, I take his word for it. What do you guys think? It's pretty interesting stuff when you just go searching around. So, as crazy as the world gets, I mean, there's always shit crazier that's not politicized. You know, wow. Unbelievable. 30 years. I mean, I'm going to be, what, 32 in June? That's my entire life. This guy had a fresh, clean slate, and then wham, the stuff he had forgotten started coming back, and he had this whole other life. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine my sister or, you know, one of my boys just being gone for 30 years and then showing up. They're not dead. They just got hurt and forgot everything. But they've been good this. I mean, what an absolute mindfuck that must have been for everybody involved all the way around for that entire time. So, you know, I hope that they're able to reconnect. You know, family dynamics are so crazy anyway. Like, that kind of a situation would have to just be overwhelming. I mean, extremely overwhelming. So yeah, good for them. I hope everything works out. And yeah, have you guys know any crazy stories like this? Do you have any insane stories that I should look into that you're interested in? Just let me know down in the comments section, because I would love to check this stuff out. And yeah, as you can see, there is no shortage of wild going on in the world, and it's all probably out there on YouTube or Wikipedia or somewhere. So feel free to drop that in the comment section. If you like this video, please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you then.